Talk about turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing, Jones. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now a first down carry for Harris. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On the give, this is Harris. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They hand this off to Harris. And he gets it down to the 32. That one a first down pickup of 8. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Harris. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll run with Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Back to throw. Jones. And caught by Henry. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Heck of a 4th and short conversion. They end up getting north of 20 yards. Looking to throw. Jones. They'll get just a yard on this scramble. It's 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Harris. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Again, it's Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on third down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Here's Jackson to throw. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And just shutting him off there. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. From 17 yards out, and the Ravens have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line ready to go. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. He gets it complete to Harris. Room to run inside the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
On 1st down, It's Harris, and he's going to get this one down to the 30. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. From the 30 on second down, Jones. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. From the gun, it's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Both teams going back through their game plans, making their final halftime adjustments. And for the call of the second half, we go back up to Baltimore and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. On the return is Duvernay. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. He'll get that out wide to Duvernay. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
All right, partner, I wasn't good enough to get this done, but I played with plenty of guys who did. When they spotted wide receiver screen and they got to the football fast and blew the whole thing up, the same result as we just saw usually happened. No gain.
54 is Mike. Check, watch 54. Whoa.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They go play action with Jackson. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And Bulldog fighting through, and he's got space. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. Harris. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. That deserves a couple exclamation points.
So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 40. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
from the gun. Jackson finding some room at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
54 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, and anybody could run them down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now,
and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from the 20 as the Ravens push further out in front.
A 15-point game now. You make the extra point, and that means on the other side you need 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. That's a pretty tall order here in the 4th quarter.
Agreed, because they really needed to come up with a stop there, and even if it was just to hold them to a field goal. Now they need to pull up a lucky horseshoe because they've got to get an onside kick, and we've seen nowadays those are incredibly difficult to come by.
And not to mention they got to get the touchdown and a 2-point conversion first. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Jones. He's going to air one out. Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Tavon Young. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They run it again with Williams. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Ricard going to get it on the option.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught inside the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver.
But it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Here's Jackson. And he checks this one down to Williams. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And it's incomplete. And now we're down to 10 seconds. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Harris, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now we'll get whistles and signal for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough.
It's all about pride now, see.
Has been called. Seemingly
I feel you, though. Should I be, if I was you, if I was in your situation, I'd be trying to do that, too. It's all about pride now, bro.
What can they do
I feel you. Are you scared? You trying to score? You think you're going to score? Oh, you might. Oh, he scored. It's all about pride. I don't give a fuck, though. I whooped his ass.
He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game.
He don't play did something, though. He quarterback ass.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone.
I play with anybody.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football
I just told you, add me. I'm not about to say no brand quick, bro. I ain't got to do all that. You know, I'm trying to win your name and shit.
Down to 18. On one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still,
needs to be strong. We knock the shit out to get their ass whooped and shit. Know you feel? Yeah, that's my word. Yeah, his name right there though.
When the game is settled and the clock
he took his mic out though. He don't take his mic out now.
oh yeah.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
For real though, shit. I'm not seeing no home
Hey, see, you know, my mama said that she was not trying to say that he was very particular, and then she killed it. She said, it was like, she said, she still living.
Oh, yeah. It's Tisha Brown, not Letitia Brown.
That's why I told him, I said, she was like,
It's Tisha Brown, the one. She came down here. Boo is like that.
Yeah, talking about the one that used to work, one that worked with me. Yeah, that's what she said. A nickname was Boo Boo, and I like they call me Boo Boo too.